Hi, we're back on Smells Like 90's Rock. Just before the break, you heard DJ Pork's all-time favorite song, Three Little Pigs by Green Jelly.
No.
Green Jelly, sponsor us.
Green Jelly, you are an amazing group.
Sponsor us and then like burn the master tapes of that song.
Three Little Pigs is a fun song. I don't know what you're complaining about. It's a great tune.
Perform like the acoustic version on our show.
There you go.
In studio.
I would love to hear that. I would want to.
I bet there's like an MTV unplugged version of it somewhere.
We're gonna have to look it up because that would be.
They put like an accordion and a violin.
I would just pay to hear that song live. Like that's got to be an amazing tune.
It's got to be a banger.
It's got to be a banger. Hey, Pork.
Yeah.
Remember last week when I told you and Sheila I got a new job?
Yeah.
I quit yesterday.
Why? Why?
Because it wasn't for me. At the end of the day, it was not a fun job. Yeah. For those of you who listened to the show last week, at the end of the show, I mentioned I had gotten a new job, and I said...
It took a week.
It took a week, and I said, well, I will see how it goes on Monday.
You didn't even give him 2 weeks' notice?
No, I just said peace out.
Because he would have had to continue to go through all the training, and it was a waste of their time and money.
Yeah. So I just said
and
no.
his.
So I just said no.
It was a very scammy job.
And no slight against them. I understand that that's kind of their business, and they're not. We say
being a multi-level marketing thing.
Basically, I said, like, I know you're not really scammy, but like it's not for me. And basically,
you're scam-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to point out that this whole thing started almost 2 weeks ago, when I got an email saying, "Hey, we want you to apply for this marketing position at this business." So I go on
it's called a marketing associate.
So I go on the Zoom call, and dude was like, "You're not really applying for a marketing thing."
Oh no.
It's like It's like A, B, and C. Is this something you're still interested in? And me having not had a regular job in 4 months, my immediate thought was, yeah, I'm still interested. What do you got? And he kept talking. He said, well, we'll talk more about it tomorrow. I like you.
Oh, God.
I want you to have an in-person, in-your-face
like
interview.
It sounds like a cult, the way you...
Oh, my God, that's exactly how I thought. I looked at it once I got in there. So I met him the next day.
We all wear the same pair of slacks and shirts every single day.
You do have to wear business casual, so it looks like a yuppie meeting. Like it's very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Can we have 30 minutes for lunch? No,
you don't get 30 minutes. Well, you thought you were going to work and get a lunch?
Yeah, exactly. Was that what he said to you?
No,
that's what somebody said to Baby J.
Baby J. We'll get to her. We'll get to her story, but no.
Like, can we go to the bathroom? No.
No
bathroom.
You go in your pants like Billy Bob and enjoy it.
Y'all just hold on to this, because I got some stories about
You got
that,
some story. Oh my God. Okay. So, but anyway, and then I had an in-person interview with him, where again he was like, "We do A, B, and C. Is this something you're still interested in?" I said yes, and this was where I messed up, folks. This is where I messed up.
Did you fill out a W-4?
No, I filled out a W-2, but I said this. I should have just turned away. I should have said no. This is not what I'm interested in, because the next thing he explained some more, and the next thing he did was he offered me the job. So at that point, I'm screwed regardless, because I'm on unemployment right now, and regardless if I accept the job or not, I would have lost my unemployment. So I said, well, yeah, let's do it. Let's see where this goes. Because it sounded interesting. When somebody explains something to you, it sounds really cool. It sounds like really interesting. But and I got the job last Wednesday. From Wednesday until Monday, my excitement of this job dwindled a little bit every single day.
It took a turn fast.
Because
you said you quit yesterday?
I
Thursday?
Quit Thursday, right? I did quit, yeah.
Yeah.
But the more I thought about it, the less excited I got. But the whole time I was staying optimistic, because I was like, I want to give this a shot. I want to see where this goes. Excuse me. On Monday, I go in for my first day of training, and I learned that basically everything that I'm doing is I set up shop at like a Sam's Club or a Target or something like that, and I try to push cell phone plans onto people, or fiber optic or DirecTV.
Do you say stuff like we're not selling cell phones, we're selling opportunity?
Basically,
Pretty
that's
much,
basically because it's a script that's written out for you to read to people, to basically memorize and talk to people about. And then like you go, and then like, and I went through the whole training, and I'm like, this is the type of stuff I'm against. This is the people that I'm like rooting against.
And not to mention, they crammed 3 days of training for him into one day.
That really pissed me off.
Because his superiors went on a little break to Atlanta.
Little trip to Atlanta. So yeah, our superior, our supervisor, was supposed to teach us Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Monday we had all 3 days crammed because they were going to go to a little conference, a little getaway, where they were going to have parties and crap for 2 days in Atlanta. And so they pushed all this info on us on Monday. Then they told us we had to complete a bunch of videos and stuff online while we were at home. It was like going back to school. So that was enough for me to go, I don't like this. I'm not putting all that effort in for this.
This just kind of reminds me of the King of the Hill episode where Luann she joins a sorority and it turns out to be a cult.
Yes.
Yeah, it was kind of like that.
I mean, because and I knew right off the bat when I got in there, I didn't like the vibe, because the first thing you had to do, it was required, was you had to write an affirmation on the marker board in the little conference.
Oh my gosh, you never told me about that.
That is like some Jim Jones stuff.
Yeah,
right there.
You had to write an affirmation right on the board, and you had to be in there early enough because we were supposed to be there at 9. You're supposed to be there at least 5-10 minutes early so you can get that affirmation on the board and sit down, be ready. And I was like, okay. So I wrote my affirmation.
Oh gosh, what'd you write?
I don't even remember. It was good. It was like
today is not going to suck.
Basically, no, I remember. It was learn how to fail before you learn how to win, and I made the joke when I went up there because afterwards, towards the end of the meeting, everybody had to go up to the board and explain their affirmation to everybody. So I was like, well, I'm like the CEO of failure, so hopefully something, and it was ironic because hopefully something good will come out of this, is what I said. And
oh damn!
And I was not feeling it even then.
Are you sure you weren't fired?
No, I wasn't. Believe me, I tried. I went back and forth on that because there's a way to get fired. I just chose not to because I didn't want to be that guy.
You should have hit the red button.
I should have hit the Whopper button. I should have ended it right there.
Yeah, like, no thank you.
But yeah, I stuck with it during that day. But like, we all had to line up in a group.
Oh, God.
And yeah, and the supervisor would go around the room.
He's like, yeah, you would fit in a mass grave.
Yeah. and we had to talk about what our goals were, what our things. And when he got to the people that had been there for a while and was already working and everything, it would be like,
what did they seem like? Did they seem like disenchanted and disillusioned? And
they seemed like people that would fit in the group. They seemed like people that were really interested in it. It just wasn't me. That's the thing. And I don't want to knock this, because if you're interested in it or you do it, you're listening, good for you.
Some people can.
Some people can do it. I'm just not that type of person. It weighs heavy on my conscience to try to force stuff onto people.
Like, if you're interested, he'll talk to you about it and then try to sell you. But if you don't want to be bothered, he's not going to push himself on you.
When I worked in radio, that's how I did things at live events. Like my superiors were always pushing us to be like, get in people's faces and make them come to them. I'm like, no, because then you're just turning people off. If you look look presentable, look happy, wave at people, smile at people, and if they're interested, they'll come to talk to you.
So like get in their face like the Russians.
Right, exactly. Yeah, like I'm Russia, you're Ukraine. Come take come take what I give you. But no, it's not that. I just don't like that style. But that's what they taught us, was to go up and stop people in their tracks,
pull them over
to do this thing. And they even taught us if you go through the entire spiel, because the entire spiel was written out for us, you have to start lying to them.
Oh.
And saying, well, if they're like, well, I just don't know if I could pay this off and take this new, because if you take a new phone plan, you have to pay off your phone.
Current one. Yeah.
And a lot of people can't do that if they've got a lot of money invested in it.
No, because it's normally like anywhere between $300 and $600.
It's awful. And but you're supposed to say at that point, oh, I just had a customer that said the same thing. Even if you didn't have somebody that said the same thing to you.